Good morning, guys. Today's trip is going to take us to one of my favorite places on earth, and I mean that. This place, it's beautiful, it's magical, it's enchanting, it's just awesome. And this is your first time going, right?
I have never been.
Oh my gosh. This place just might end up on your bucket list.
This is called the Painted Desert.
Ah, but there's no wood here. Let's go look for wood.
Forget the Painted Desert.
Yeah.
Painted sand.
Yeah. Jill just wants crackers. Wow, that is beautiful. You know what would make it more beautiful?
What?
When I blast the saturation. Oh my god, that is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's so red. Oh, now it's blue. Psychedelic, man.
I'm driving, okay? I'm gonna drive. What is this?
The emergency child catcher. She was going down the ramp really fast, and I was like, okay, because then you just go like that, and you get him like that. You can pick him up, move him around, you're safe.
That's a good use.
Wow, and look at this place. This place is like almost like a greenish blue. Very interesting. I've never seen anything like this. That looks like it should be monstrous, but it's actually kind of small.
It's very otherworldly.
Yeah, it is. Are you excited to see this one or what? You see it? There's this really cool bridge over here, but it's not really a bridge, it's a fallen petrified tree. And it looks like they've tried to keep it up, but look at that, how cool is that? This thing is 110 feet long. How did that preserve so well? That's my question. Like, you can definitely tell that it's a tree. Better yet, what kind of tree is that? Looks like a pine or some sort of redwood, I don't know.
I feel like the concrete underneath is kind of one of those things where it would look really, really cool without that, just seeing the natural tree and that's it. But would the tree still be there without the concrete? Probably not, maybe not. I don't know. So I'm glad they put this concrete under there so we can appreciate it however many years later. Another thing that's really cool to me is Chell is still enjoying this place, even though she can't really grasp what it is Cory and I are looking at and what we think is fascinating. She just sees the rocks on the ground and that makes her happy.
Yeah, it's hard because I want to tell her, I'm like, Chell, that's a tree, a really old tree, but it's a rock.
Yeah, it actually would probably be pretty confusing to a kid. Like, no, that's not a rock, honey, that's a tree. She's like, no, trees are wood. Like, she knows what a tree is and that is not it. Just immersing yourself in nature. It's good, yeah, get it.
As I was over here with Chell, I was looking down at the ground, finding all these different pieces of petrified wood. I'm gonna find one for you because they're just everywhere. See, there you go. That is a piece of petrified wood, and we're just sitting on the ground, and you can tell because it's like sort of a smooth rock, and it's also very light, surprisingly light. Look at these cool places we can just hang out.
I know.
Like, this is where we should have our picnics, right here.
We could have a picnic.
It'd be cool just to sleep here. Imagine like getting a little sleeping bag and just hanging out. You could wake up in the morning and eat some scorpions, because surely they'd be all over you.
Oh, true.
You know what's cool as these rocks are out here? There are no rocks cooler than this one. That's right, disgruntled rock, you are still my favorite. Check this out, dude. You can actually see the knot in the wood still. Oh, wow. So cool to know that was a tree and now it's just a big old rock. And Kristen, just looking at this, I feel like these would make great arrowheads. I wonder if the Native Americans ever used this stuff to make arrowheads. This place would be a gold mine for that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like brittle or really strong or what, but yeah, I think it would be good.
Well, considering the fact there's so much of it around here, I'd think it would be strong because it's lasted this long.
True.
Yeah, let's go, Chell. We got to see the big ones. There's a lot of signs around here saying not to take the petrified wood home because it's illegal. And I don't understand why anybody would anyway. I mean, yeah, it is cool, but what are you gonna do with it? Oh wow, that's all wood chips right there. But really, what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna take it home, you're gonna set it on a counter or something and look at it. It's gonna end up a paperweight. And then when you're gone, you're deceased, it's just gonna be a rock and someone's just gonna throw it out. Why not just leave it here with the rest of it? I mean, after all, this is where it belongs. It's been here for millions and millions of years. I feel like taking one of these petrified trees out of here is like grave robbing.
Yeah.
Plus, we gotta leave something for everybody else to see. God, that is just so cool.
I love all the different colors in the wood. Like you can see reds and whites and browns and kind of some blues almost, just everything.
What else is really cool about these is you can actually see the rings in the trees to tell how old it was before it died. And these trees, I feel like as old as they are, you know, because they're petrified trees, they weren't that old when they fell. Like even the bark is still kind of there. Like how is that even possible? Okay, so Kristen's telling me to turn the camera on because there's something to the left that I need to see. I have no idea what to expect at all. And
I'm so excited. It looks like we have 6 more blocks.
Oh, okay,
So
6
get
more
ready.
blocks.
This is a historic Route 66 landmark.
Oh my gosh. All right, what is it? It's a, looks like a, it's a, no, I don't see it. What?
It's right there. How can you not see it?
What, the teepees?
Yes!
Cool.
It's the Wigwam Motel.
Ah.
Also in the movie Cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah! Except in Cars they were traffic cones.
Oh, look. Mater's grandpappy.
Yeah, these are actual motel rooms. Like you can still rent these and stay here.
Oh, wow. I wonder what they're like inside. Do you think they're 2-story or are they just like one random room?
I think it's just 1 story.
Okay, so this is it, guys. The place we are heading now is one of my favorite places on earth. This will be my 3rd time being here, her 1st time being here, and I cannot wait to show her and see how she reacts to all this. This place is incredible. Hurry up, family, we gotta see it, we gotta see it. This is what I call the most beautiful window I have ever seen. Every time I come to this place, I look out this window and I just see beauty. Wow. Gotta climb, Chell, we're almost there. Almost there, you gotta get to the top. All right, you ready for it? This is it. This is one of my favorite places in the whole world. The Meteor Crater in Arizona. It's huge, a mile wide, super deep, I don't even know how deep, but it's incredible. This is the best preserved meteor crater in the world. The crater is so big, I can't get it all in one shot.
This is the largest piece of the actual meteorite that hit. The meteorite itself was 150 feet or 45 meters in length. And this is actually a pretty awesome like aerial shot of the whole meteor crater. We're kind of in these buildings right here, so that gives you a pretty good idea of how massive this thing is. It's cool, they have this whole like little museum area where you can learn about the meteorite, the people who decided that yes, this was a meteor crater and not some sort of volcano, and all sorts of other cool sciencey space stuff. This is fascinating to me. Here you have a picture of the moon and all the craters on it, and then here you have Mercury. Notice the craters are much smaller and there aren't quite as many of them. I've always thought that was interesting and wondered why, but it's because of gravity and the atmosphere surrounding it that burns up the meteors or doesn't. I should probably go find Cory and Chell because I don't know what they're doing, but one last thing that is so fascinating to me about this place is that when you go back and look at when we were driving up to it, it like steeps up and then the crater goes down. So the impact was enough. I mean, obviously it created a huge hole in the ground, but it also raised the ground. It's very, very cool. Ooh, I wonder if we can buy some meteorite. They have actually found fragments of meteorite like miles from here. They were thrown all over the place. I bet if you looked out Cory's favorite window, you could probably see where some of them landed. How cool would that be to be the rancher that owns all that land out there and just be like working your land and be like, oh, a meteorite. Oh, it's time to go. Chell is getting fussy. I think she's tired of being in the car today. Although really we haven't driven that far. So on to our next stop, which will probably be our home for the night. We have made it to our home for the night. This hotel room is actually surprisingly normal compared to our last two. There aren't any funky smells or any any weird things to see. So I think we're gonna be quite comfy here. What is the strangest thing you guys have ever found in a hotel room? I feel like last night with the sewage smell and the night before that with just, well, everything really being broken, we're on a pretty good roll, but I'm curious what you guys have to say. So leave a comment down below and let us know the weirdest, actually maybe I don't want to know. Do I want to know this? I feel like I'm in dangerous territory here, but tell us. Tell us what's the weirdest thing. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.